Do not go out there. Hold the line. This is not our fight. Okay? Tell your children not to go out there. You don't go out there. Tell your aunts and your uncles, do not go out there. Your friends, do not go out there. I'm going to tell you right now that they have tried to bring us out of this, our quiet protest, since inception of this new administration.
Out of the blue, police are moving forward.
When they get done with us, they're coming from you, for you, and all your interracial children. Y'all are next. And you'll be standing up here fighting for justice just as well as I am. I am so disappointed in the state of Minnesota.
US Vice President J.D. Vance says the immigration agent who shot and killed a woman in Minneapolis will be protected by absolute immunity.
They're trying everything and anything to get black and brown people in those streets en masse to do something to ICE. And I mean everything and anything. You know what's the quickest way to get a reaction from people? A dead white woman. And they know it. And they're trying to get everybody riled up, everybody up in arms. Don't fall for the bait, man. That's exactly what they want. They want you to go out in the streets and unalive ICE agents. That's what they want. They want to enact martial law so bad and blame it on black and brown people so bad that they're willing to take out their own women to make a statement, to do so. Just saying.
Hey, look, they know how to protest. You hear me? They know how to protest. They know how to protest when it's against us. They know how to organize when it's against us. They know how to burn our communities down. They know how to shoot at us, kill us. They know how to do everything when it's against us or against the system when it ain't about them. They know how to do it. Don't believe nothing they say. If they get in your comments talking about it's us and we don't need to do anything because this ain't never been about we. Not never. It's always been us against them. And now that them is turned against them, now it's we. No. We all know black people, we don't like we. Who is we? Who is we? Y'all know we don't like that. But don't believe nothing they say. And don't y'all get out in them streets. They know how to protest. They can ban books and ban schools and ban history and do all kinds of things to protest against their history being known, against our history being known. They can protest a million things when it's against us. But now that they need to protest for the issues that they have caused, and all of a sudden they don't know how to do it. No. Don't believe it for 1 minute. They know what they're doing. They want us and our bodies to get out there to be the sacrificial lambs, to be the mammies, the mules. But we're not doing it. So don't y'all get out in them streets and don't believe nothing they say. They know how to protest.
Hello guys, welcome back to today's episode and thank you so much for tuning in. In case you're watching us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. As always, I'm your host, African Beast, and today's episode, black folks are actually reminding each other not actually to join the chaos, the protest against Israel, because they have seen it all. They know what will actually happen, that black folks will be used as the sacrificial lamb, as it has been, but not until 2025-2026. Black folks have learned other different way of protest. Black folks have learned how to protest using their pocket. So guys, without saying much, let's dive in and watch the videos. Then I come back with more commentaries. Also, don't forget to give your opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button, because this actually helps to push the algorithm. So guys, without saying much, let's dive in.
One day y'all will understand and get that they always have tested things on us, so that way they can implement it on all of you. They always test things on us, so that way they can successfully implement it on everyone. Black people have been trying to tell y'all about policing, military, all those things. We have told y'all, we have warned y'all. That's what the Black Lives Matter protests were about. It's about the fact that if they can do this to us, it's only a matter of time before they do it to you. We were the experiments. Unfortunately, the people of color were the experiments. The Latin community were the experiments. The immigrants were the experiments. They tested it on them, so they can implement it on everybody. And what y'all got to understand about this too, because a lot of people don't understand this about whiteness. I thought y'all would have understood after the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, but I think people forgot. When you choose to buck against whiteness, whiteness will attack you. Whiteness will dispose of you. That even includes if you're white. If you are, that's why I always say I like white people who other white people can't stand. Because when you are white and you decide to buck against a system of whiteness, whiteness will say, oh, you're expendable. Look at what they did to all the abolitionists. Look at what they used to do to white people who would be at civil rights marches. They don't care. They're not going to be like, oh, you're white. Like, they don't care. If you are bucking against whiteness, whiteness will attack. Whiteness will kill you. And that is why since day one with the BLM movement, we always, and not even just BLM movement, with civil rights, everything, we have always talked to y'all about whiteness and why it's important to eradicate it, because whiteness is killing us all. But y'all missed that lecture. Y'all didn't understand, because y'all allowed them to do what they usually do, what they've been doing since they created racism, which was, oh, look at them. They're trying to attack you, making us the enemy. No, we were your oracles. We're not your enemy. We're your oracles. Okay? Remember this.
Can we talk? Is it clicking now that elections have consequences? Is it clicking now that elections have consequences? Okay? Okay? These all lives matter, folk. Y'all uber quiet. Y'all uber quiet. We were up in the streets talking about our lives matter. Y'all were like, oh no, but what about Renee Good, rest her soul, was a stay-at-home mom. She wasn't an activist. Blonde hair, blue eyes, America's standard of beauty, according to them. If they don't care about her life, what do you think that means about the rest of us? What's not clicking? What's not clicking? Do you get it now? Do you get it now? These people are literally trying to explain away what we have all seen with our own two eyes. To somebody, like, for once, it ain't one of us, right? But to one of my mutuals, this looked like a test run. This looked like they just trying to see what they can get away with. Like, you need to keep talking about this. You need to keep raising the alarm. But Black Americans, the descendants of the enslaved, we are still resting. We are still doing our part in our community, because we try to tell folks left and right who would listen. We told them about Project 2025. We told them about the Biden-Harris accomplishments. Every single good thing that we have had under the Biden-Harris administration is either getting stripped away or is getting sane washed into this administration's project that they want to highlight as theirs or pass off as their own. You understand me? You understand me? If you do not vote like your life depends on it in November, you have not been paying attention. Black Americans, the descendants of the enslaved, have never really been free, have never really had equity, whether we're talking about diversity, equity, inclusion, whether we're talking about civil rights, voting rights. We were never ever the first people to get the rights. It was always white women. And y'all go and y'all vote for this kind of harm. And then when the harm comes to you, y'all quiet. It is not lost on me how many white women are not up in the streets, are not loud, are not like sounding the alarm. Not enough of y'all are mad. Not enough of y'all are in the street. Not enough of y'all are sounding the alarm. So stop asking Black Americans, the descendants of the enslaved, where we are. We are where we have been, resting, minding our business, making sure that our kids have somewhere to go since Head Start is crumbling. We're trying to make sure that our kids are fed. Because let's be clear, this is a friendly reminder. Black Americans are still the highest group of unemployment in the United States. I won't ever let y'all forget that. But yet we are still finding a way to make it as we have always done. We have tried to tell people what would happen if they elected that entity and his regime took over the White House. And yet, y'all didn't believe it. Now we all in the same boat and some of y'all don't know how to paddle. And y'all mad at us because we're not teaching y'all how to paddle because we never ever were taught. We had to just learn as we went. Because historically speaking, that's all we know how to do is just figure it out. I hate to tell y'all, now y'all got to figure it out too. Now, to Black Americans, the descendants of the enslaved, we still got work to do because we have some riffraff in our community that we need to nip in the bud because we don't have time. We don't have time. But everybody else, do not engage. The people voted for this. They voted for it when they thought the harm was not coming to them. But we too mixed up. And you cannot want my house to catch on fire with your house right next door and thinking your house ain't gonna catch a flame or two. But alas, Black Americans, stay moisturized and well rested. Okay, bye.
This is a message for the Black community and those who support it. We are still resting, but there is a tide shift. For one, 47 is very confused as to why we are not taking to the streets. He doesn't understand it. He just knew that using tax dollars to tear up the Black Lives Matter street, that was going to do it. Tearing down the buildings with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, he was sure that floating the rumor of pardoning Derek Chauvin would do it. His executive order to bring back segregation, all of his attacks on DEI, even though Black people benefit the least from DEI, he was sure that would do it. It hasn't. And one thing that they didn't plan on at the end of the election, something that happened on November 5th, 2024, is when we all went into the voting booth and voted, and we were the only demographic that was united and held strong for democracy in this country. The 92% of Black women who knew the assignment and knew what the stakes were, because we always do. The 78% of Black men who held it down because they knew what would happen if they didn't. The Black community knew the assignment. We became on the same wavelength. When Target did their thing, we collectively made them an example. Walmart, also losing money. Amazon, also losing money. Now, granted, allies that support the Black community, the LGBT community, women, they've all been a part of that too. But Black people have collectively been on the same wavelength. But in Trump's desperation to get us out into the streets, he is becoming more and more dangerous with his executive orders. On April 28th of this year, he signed an executive order. The executive order is titled Strengthening and Unleashing America's Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Citizens. Now, we all know that Trump don't give a crap about innocent citizens, because if he did, he would care about due process. And he wouldn't try to get rid of habeas corpus, because that is how you know that a citizen is innocent or not. So what they want to do in this executive order is give cops more power and permission to profile, to brutalize people that they just think are guilty. That means us. He is trying to create another George Floyd, another situation that will get us into the streets. I say this so that we all can be cautious and we can all see and know what he is trying to do. This executive order further militarizes the police that were already militarized with tanks and riot gear that apparently they do not need when people are protesting that are of a lighter shade, but they need it for us. This also further protects law enforcement officers who are accused of misconduct or police brutality. Protects them because we know that they need to make it home to their families, but you don't need to make it home to yours. They fear for their life, even though they're the ones holding the weapon and pointing it at your back. This executive order also does something that we have already seen. This executive order threatens state and local officials who discriminate by enacting diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. If state and local officials are being inclusive, advocating for diversity and equity, they can be charged with discrimination charges. Now, Trump's DOJ's Civil Rights Department, who have defended the civil rights of people for 70 years now, they are no longer defending the rights of Black and brown people, LGBT people, women, all of those people who are usually discriminated against. They are no longer going to be representing them. So if you have an issue of discrimination, the DOJ will no longer represent you because of discrimination. Make it make sense. They will now be focusing their attention on discrimination against white Christian people because they are the most discriminated group by far. Yeah. Now I say all this to say there's a tide shifting. Even though Black people are resting, we are focusing in on our communities, our Black-owned businesses, our children, our education, all of that. Yes, we need to continue doing all of that. I have seen a shift in the boldness of these racist people. Neo-Yahtzee rallies and marches up there in Kansas City. YT women calling little autistic Black children the N-word, getting $750,000 for that. But then there have been videos of Black people letting those racist people know who think we are going back to the 1930s during the times that we were hanging in trees, that they were having picnics with us as the main course. Times where they could tell us which swimming pools to swim at, which water fountains to go to, where to sit on the bus. Alabama today is trying to resegregate its schools. Problem is, Black people like me were born into freedom. It's going to be real hard to put that genie back in the box. So even though Black people are resting, we're not going back to 1930. We are a different breed. But I say, be cautious because 47 has already started putting things in place specifically for us because he wants us to protest. And when we protest, he will enact martial law. And he already has the orders in place to do that. We need to know the enemy that we are fighting. So what do? Stay out of the street. Do not protest no matter what happens. What we will do is we will continue to organize and protest with our wallets, cheer on our allies who are out in the street, strengthen the Black community, and to be there for each other. We will continue to support Black-owned business with our wallets and our presence. We will continue to be united as we were on the 5th of November 2024 when we tried to save this country. We will continue to do what we do best, thrive in our excellence, even during the hardest times. Love y'all. I don't usually say this, but share this video to somebody that you think needs to hear it.
Hello guys, welcome back. And thank you so much for watching until this point. And let me know your opinion in the comment section. I do feel that it is actually a nice strategy since last year 2025 and up to now. I feel that this is the best strategy that Black folks should continue reminding themselves about, because it have really worked. It have protected the Black community and it have helped the internal building of Black community. Yes, I do feel that it is actually the best strategy, and it have protected the Black community, because we all know what have been happening when Black folks come out to address this issue. For instance, this issue of police brutality. They are used as sacrificial lamb. They come, they fight for, justice for all, and they are later blamed as violent. And this have happened for a very long time until Black folks have learned new way of boycotting, let's say using a black dollar, and it's actually working. But the best part is it is actually protecting the black community, those people who are being shot fighting for others. At least for the best part of last year, there were no much black folks being shot and killed in the protest, and that is actually a super achievement. Another narrative that black folks are violent. For the best part of last year and hopefully this year, black folks have not given them that chance of continue portraying this picture that, you know, black folks are violent. I do feel that it's a nice conversation. I feel that it's a nice conversation. This act of, you know, avoiding unnecessary death, this act, you know, of maintaining silent and not being involved in fighting for the whole world and not getting the credit that black folks deserve. It is actually a big achievement. In fact, I would say it's the biggest achievement according to me. But let me know what you think about today's episode in the comment section. I love you all, guys, and thank you so much for watching until this time. In case you have not subscribed, please do so. Until we meet next time, I was your host, African Beast. Peace, love, and harmony.